Hello, I'm David Osger and welcome to Sign 7 News, bringing you the latest stories from the last week in the sign and wide format print industries. This week, signs of support for Ukraine, Adverset makes a 160k investment, ISA UK on its role in the industry, and Boris Johnson pays display signs a visit. First, the sign industry has been working to offer support for Ukraine in various ways after it was invaded by Russian forces. Epson, Canon, HP and Pantone have all donated millions of pounds to humanitarian efforts, while smaller businesses have been doing their part via messages of support on websites and social media, along with fundraisers and donations of vital supplies. Next, Scarborough-based Adverset has recently made a large investment in signage technology as it expands the business. Providing promotional media for business, leisure and entertainment with fast turnarounds, the investment will enable the company to provide an all-encompassing signage production capability using materials like acrylic, aluminium, glass and wood. Now, as the only UK trade association for the signage industry, the UK International Sign Association supplies valuable support, promotion and representation for sign makers. With a big presence at the recently wrapped Sign and Digital UK, we decided to speak to Sam Armstrong, President of ISA UK, who told us more about the role the association can and does play in the industry.
So the International Sign Association, somebody call it ISA. Let's not call it an ISA because I'm not selling you an ISA. The International Sign Association, what was formerly the British Signs and Graphics Association. So sometimes there's some confusion over that. So we became the International Sign Association in 2019. For me, it's about standards, education, raising levels, platforms, a trade association that you can go to ask for help, advice and support. So I became president last March. We made quite a number of drastic changes, one being the fee structure. I want it to be affordable for our members to join. I don't want it to be about just small companies or just big companies. I want it to be affordable for a wide range of different size companies, from manufacturers down to one-man bands. And to give you an indication, a fee structure for a full member is now £500 a year, so £45 a month. What we can do for that is we can be on the end of the phone when they've got questions that they don't have the answer to. We can help them publicise themselves. We have a jobs board on our website. And basically it's myself as president, and I then got about 14 board directors around me of all different levels of experience. Some trade manufacturing like myself, some print, some materials, some with just absolutely superb business sense. So if we get a call in, I don't, as Mrs. President, have to have all the answers. I've got this amazing support with me that can help our members. Actually, for some people as well, if you're actually completing a tender, you need to be part of a trade association. So what do I want? I want people to put the badge on of the International Sign Association on their email headers or their vehicles and to be proud of being part of the trade association. We're trying to really embrace that. Communication is key, because in the past we might have done a lot of email communication and not, because again we've got 2 people that are full-time and the rest of us are voluntary, so we're actively trying to speak to more of our members. So we'll be at Sign and Digital so we can be there, board of directors, and speak to as many people as we can. I think a big thing is things that are going horribly wrong. I think that needs to be flagged up, and it's becoming more flagged up to us. So for example, flex faces or signage falling off buildings, but it's buildings with cladding and people aren't understanding the cladding they're drilling into, and that's really very dangerous. I mean, again, I think sometimes stuff that might be obvious to some but is not obvious to others. I mean, like, I was speaking to somebody last week and they didn't know that ACM is 100% recyclable. Now the fact is it is, But where you recycle it is a bit of a challenge, but it's not a lie to say it's 100% recyclable. Again, people don't necessarily think about wood, using wood in signage. But again, it's because we do what we do, we sell what we know, if you know what I mean. That pricing products is very difficult because obviously we've gone through this huge hike. You know, the guys at SignFab, I'm sure, would have said to you, they bulk bought to make sure that they could maintain their prices. You know, you'll see a lot of the raw sheet material suppliers every 2 weeks are getting notifications saying price increases. All we can do as ISA is actually educate people on that, always make it happen, as I did today. We highlighted about aluminium, for example, didn't we? And it was a good opportunity to close the sale.
And finally, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson recently paid a visit to Uxbridge-based Display Signs after being impressed by the company's work on a trip to Brunel University. During the visit, Display Signs showed Johnson around the factory and put on demonstrations showcasing both modern and traditional sign-making techniques, gifting the PM door signs for his young children. That's all for this week's Sign 7 News, but for now you can stay up to date with all the news in the industry at signlink.co.uk. View much more video content over on our Sign 7 News YouTube channel, or join in with conversation on Twitter and LinkedIn. We'll see you next week.